Welcome to mathematics class. So myself Manjunath BK, Government High School, Badavanalli, maths teacher, Madhugiri Taluk. Today I am here with you. We'll discuss polynomial second part. In previous classes, we come across many homework problems that will be discussed in this class. In previous classes, so we have learnt about polynomials in one variable, and we have discussed types of polynomials and also the degree of the polynomial and the linear, quadratic, cubic polynomial, and finally we have discussed zeros of a polynomial. So let us understand and analyze the answer we get for the homework questions. The first question like this: check whether 1 by 2 is a zero of the polynomial p of x is equal to 2x plus 1. Now we are substituting the value of x is equal to 1 by 2 here, right? So now p of x is equal to 2x plus 1. If you substitute the value 1 by 2, so the 2 gets cancel each other and we get answer is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. This shows 1 by 2 is not the zero of the polynomial p of x is equal to 2x plus 1. Why? Because we got, so if it is zero of the polynomial, the answer should be 0. So we got 2 here. That is why the 1 by 2 is not a zero of the polynomial p of x is equal to 2x plus 1. Now let us understand one more problem. Check whether x is equal to 1 and minus 1 are the zeros of the polynomial p of x is equal to x square minus 1. So let p of x is equal to x square minus 1, we are going to put the value x is equal to 1 here. In the same way, if you put the value 1, so you will get the answer 0. 1 square minus 1 is equal to 0. Now again let me try minus 1. So p of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 whole square minus 1 is equal to 0. Look at here. If you put the value 1, you will get the 0 value. If you put the value minus 1, you will get the 0. Here, therefore, 1 and minus 1 are both zeros of the polynomial p of x is equal to x square minus 1. Okay? Dear children, after knowing this, a polynomial can have more than one zero. You should understand this. A polynomial can have more than one zero. Now let us understand the normal division process. How you are going to divide a number? Let us take one example. So 15 divided by 6. So if you divide 15 by 6, you will get the quotient 2 and the remainder we got 3. 15, 6 2s are 12, 15 minus 12 you will get the answer 3. Now let us understand, this process is called division. Here the term 6, 15, 3, 2, what do we call them? Here 6 is called the divisor, 15 is called the dividend, and 2 is called the quotient. So the remainder will be the 3. Now we can easily identify. So here 15 is equal to 6 into 2 plus 3. By seeing this division, we can write like this: 15 is equal to 6 into 2 plus 3. So this is called normal division process. So this remind me like this: dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So if remainder 3, because 3 is less than the divisor 6, that is why we stop the process of division. Similarly, 12 is divisible by 6. So here 12 is equal to 6 into 2, that means 6 2s are 12, the remainder is 0. In the same way, so if you understand the remainder, that means if the remainder is 0, we say that 6 is a factor of 12. You know factorization. Factor of 12, or we call it as 12 is a multiple of 6. You know the table of 6. 6 2s are 12. Now this shows dividing a polynomial by monomial. How we are going to divide? Here I have a polynomial 2x cube plus x square plus x. That will be divided by x, that we call it as monomial. Now individually you have to divide. How you are going to divide? Like this: 2x cube divided by x plus x square divided by x plus x divided by x. Now here x gets cancel each other, x gets cancel each other. We got the final answer 2x square plus x plus 1. Here if you take out the common as x from 2x cube plus x square plus x, the answer will be like this. So look at the difference in both the cases. If you divide, here you will get. If you take out the common as x, so you will get this answer. That means x and 2x square plus x plus 1, they are the factors of 2x cube plus x square plus x. They are the factors. You can divide. So that means, let us understand one more question here. 3x square plus x plus 1 divided by x. So individually I have divided 3x square divided by x, x divided by x, 1 divided by x. So I have written like this: 3x plus 1, 1 divided by x, because it is not divisible, 1 divided by x. So that means if you take out common, look at this: 3x square plus x plus 1, if you take out x as a factor, 3x plus 1 plus 1, the remainder is 1. That means it is not divisible as 0. You will not get the remainder is 0. Here 3x plus 1 is the quotient and 1 is the remainder. So this is the dividend. So which is the divisor? X is the divisor. Which is the quotient? 3x plus 1. Which is the remainder? 1 is the remainder. Now x is a factor of 3x square plus x plus 1 because the remainder is not 0. X is a factor. After knowing this, the division, let us understand the division process like this. If you divide p of px by g of x, where p of x is equal to x plus 3x square minus 1 and g of x is equal to 1 plus x. So let us have this problem. So let us understand this problem first. So p of x is there and g of x is there, they are the polynomials. So now we are dividing, like dividing p of x by g of x. So in order to divide, so this is called dividend. So now I am writing dividend in a general form like this. How you are going to write this? X plus 3x square in minus 1 in standard form. So I have written like this on the basis of their power decrease. 3x square plus x minus 1. So x plus 1 plus x will be written as x plus 1. So now we got the dividend and the divisor. Now we will move on to division process. How you are going to divide 3x square plus x minus 1 by x plus 1. Now let us understand. Dear children, now we are dividing 3x square plus x minus 1 by x plus 1. Now we have to identify the first term of the polynomial, 3x square. That will be taken like this. Now the 3x square divided by x, that is called divisor x, the first term of the divisor. We got the answer 3x. X gets cancelled each other, 3x will be getting. That is the first term of the quotient. Now we are going to put the value 3x in the upper manner. Now the 3x will be multiplied, x plus 1 we will get 3x into x, 3x square plus 3x into 1, 3x. So now we are changing the sign. So we are changing the sign. Plus 3x square minus 3x square get cancel each other, it becomes 0. Plus x minus 3x, we got minus 2x, minus 1 will be written as it is. Now we have completed the first step. Again now we have to divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor and multiply x plus 1 and 3x, right. So this is the process we have done. In the next step, what we are going to do? Again we got this minus 2x will be taken. Now we are dividing minus 2x divided by x, the first term of the divisor. We got the answer minus 2. Now we have put the minus 2 in the upper side. Now we have to multiply minus 2 from x plus 1. So if you multiply minus 2 into x minus 2x, minus into plus minus, 2 into 1 is equal to 2. Now we are changing the sign, minus into plus, plus into minus. We call it as, if minus 2x plus 2x get cancel each other, minus 1 plus 1 plus 2, we got the answer 1 is the remainder. Now this is the second term of the quotient. Which one is second term? Minus 2 is the second term of the quotient. Now we got remainder is 1. Here 3x minus 2 is the quotient, x plus 1 is the divisor, 3x square plus x minus 1 is the dividend. Now these will be put into form, in one form, like this. 3x square plus x minus 1 is equal to x plus 1 into 3x minus 2 plus 1. In the same way, so like this, this shows p of x is equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. So that is called dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here remainder denoted by r of x, quotient will be denoted by q of x, and divisor will be g of x. So as usual, dividend will be called as p of x. So if you substitute the value, that means here you got the remainder plus 1. So if you put the value minus 1 in the equation, what do you get the answer? X is equal to minus 1, p of x is equal to 3x plus 3x square plus x minus 1. So if you put the value minus 1 whole square is equal to 1, that means 1 into 3 is equal to 3, minus 1 minus 1. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. The answer we get 1 only. So in case if you put the value is equal to 1, so what will be the answer now? The answer will be 0. So dear children, so the remainder obtaining and dividing p of x, 3x square plus x minus 1 by x plus 1 is same as the value polynomial of p of x at the 0 of the polynomial x plus 1. Therefore minus 1. So if you put the value is equal to minus 1, so you will get the 0 as the remainder. Now it's time for homework question. Please try to solve this problem. Divide the polynomial 3x to the power of 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1 by x minus 1. Okay, you please write down this question. So discuss with your teachers and friends so that you can easily understand how you are going to divide the polynomial. Okay. Now we will divide the polynomial p of x is equal to x cube plus 1 by x plus 1. So look at this, x cube plus 1. The first term is x cube and it will be divided by x. So we got the answer, we call it as x square. Here x square is called the first term of the quotient, that will be put into upper form. So x square into x will be x cube. In the same way, if you multiply x square into 1, we call it as x square. So we are changing the sign of the, so plus become minus and plus becomes minus again. X cube minus x cube, you will get the answer 0. here plus 1 minus x square. They are the unlike terms here. So now I will put as it is, minus x square plus 1. Now we got minus x square here. Again we have to divide minus x square divided by x. Now we got second quotient, that is called minus x. This minus x will be written like this. So if you multiplied minus x by x plus 1, so you will get minus x into x is equal to minus x square, minus into plus is equal to minus, minus x into 1 is equal to minus x. Now we are changing the sign, plus become minus, minus become plus. Here minus x square plus x square gets cancel each other. So the answer is x plus 1 is the remainder now. Again now we are dividing x by x, so you will get answer is 1. That will be the third term of the quotient. So we have third term of the quotient with that being multiplied by x plus 1. Again we got same way, if you change the sign, the answer will be 0. Plus x minus x plus 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. We got the answer 0 as the remainder. Okay. Now this is the process of division of polynomials. Dear children, now here are the roots of the polynomials. P of x is equal to x cube plus 1 and the root of x plus 1 is equal to 0 and x is equal to minus 1. So that means by using the process of division, we are going to get the remainder. Instead of that, if you do like this, so x plus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 1. Now I am going to put the value x is equal to minus 1 in p of x is equal to x cube plus 1. So what will be the answer now? P of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 whole cube plus 1. So p of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 whole cube means minus 1 and plus 1, the answer is 0. Dear children, now you got the answer 0 by putting the value minus 1. So here this shows is not a simple way to find the remainder obtained by dividing a polynomial by linear polynomial. Just think of it. In the process of division, so you also get the remainder. Here in a simple way you will get the remainder. So this is the simple way. So this simple way we call it as a remainder theorem. Now so we are going to understand what is remainder theorem. Let p of x be a polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1. Let a be any real number. Any real number. P of means a be any real number. If p of x is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. So this is the statement of the remainder theorem. Please try to understand this. So p of x is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a. So then the remainder you will get p of a. So this easily you can understand by using, so we are doing some proof work here. Let us understand p of x is equal to x minus a, because polynomial, linear polynomial x minus a q of x plus r of x. Now what will happen, since the degree of the x minus a is 1, because x to the power of 1, a to the power of 1, and the degree of r of x is also less than the degree of x minus a, it may be 0. The degree of rx is equal to 0. This means that r of x is a constant value, say r. So the remainder is r. So that r of x is equal to r, x becomes a, x minus a is equal to 0, x becomes a. Again if you put the value x is equal to a, what will be the answer now? Instead of x you put the value a, p of a is equal to a minus a into q of a plus r. A minus a is 0, 0 into q of a is 0, the answer is r. Now you got the value, r is the remainder, p of a is equal to r. So this shows that the remainder theorem holds good, and hence the theorem is proved. After knowing the remainder theorem, let us understand how the division process will be carried on when we are solve the problem. Here is a problem. Find the remainder when x to the power of 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. The 0 of x minus 1, the x minus 1 has to be 0 only because of if you put the value x is equal to 1. Now we are substituting the value x is equal to 1 in p of x. Look at here, x to the power of 4 means 1 to the power of 4, 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square plus 1 into 1. 1 to the power of 4 is equal to 1, 1 to the power of 3 is equal to 1, again 1 to the power of square, that means 1 square is equal to 1, 2 into 1 is equal to 1, plus 1 as it is. So if you add plus 1, plus 1, plus 1 and plus 1, that means 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. The remainder is, so you got the value 2. So by the remainder theorem, 2 is the remainder. So now you can easily understand, only by putting the value x is equal to 1, you got the remainder 2, right? So in this way, we can easily understand the remainder theorem and we can solve the problem to get a remainder of a particular division process. Now, it's a homework question for you. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. Please note down this problem. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. So the answer will be discussed in the next class. Dear children, now let us understand one more problem. Check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. That means 3x cube plus 7x is divisible by 7 plus 3x. Let us understand 7 plus 3x is equal to 0. 3x is equal to minus 7. X is equal to minus 7 by 3. Now we are going to put the value x is equal to minus 7 by 3 in 3x cube plus 7x. Now we got here. So p of minus 7 by 3 is equal to 3 into 7 minus 7 by 3 whole cube plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. So if you do cube of this 7, you will get minus 343. Cube of 3 is equal to 27. So if you multiply 7 minus 7 is equal to minus 49. Plus into minus is minus. So minus 49 by 3. In the same way, if you divide 3 by 27, that means 9. So you will get minus 343 divided by 9 minus 49 by 3. Now we have to get LCM of 9 and 3, right? Now if you get the LCM, you will get 9. So if you cross multiply each other, that means minus 343 divided by 9 into 9, 9 get cancelled each other, minus 3 by 343 will be as it is. So 49 by 3 into 9 LCM, so 3 into, if divide 9 by 3 you will get 3, 3 into 49 is equal to 147. Since both are negative, we are going to add. So answer we will get minus 490 by 9. This shows that the remainder is not 0. So that is why if remainder is not 0, then there is a 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So you please try to understand. So if it is 0, it will be a factor. If it is not 0, it is not a factor. Okay? Now how you are going to factorization of a polynomials? So what you can understand from this? We have one more theorem that is called factorization theorem. If p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1 and a is any real number, then x minus a is a factor of p of x. If p of a is equal to 0, so if p of a is equal to 0, if x minus a is a factor of p of x, that you know already. If it is 0, it is a factor. If it is not 0, it is not a factor. That's called a factorization theorem. So now let us understand a simple process of division. Two 6x divided by 2, so you will get a quotient 3x, the answer is 0. So here 6x becomes p of x, 2 is called a x minus a, and 0 is called a p of a. By analyzing these criteria, now we are going to prove the factorization of polynomials. This shows by the remainder theorem we get this one, p of x is equal to x minus a into q of x plus p of a. Now in the next step we go, if you give 0 value p of a, so what will be the p of x value? X minus a into q of x. So here p of a becomes 0. So which shows that x minus a is a factor of p of x. That means p of x is divisible x minus a. So that is a factor of theorem. So since x minus a is a factor of p of x is equal to x minus a into g of x. In the same way, any polynomial g of x, p of a is equal to a minus a into g of a. Now here, if x value become a minus a is equal to 0 into anything is 0, so p of a becomes 0. That shows remainder is 0, it is a factor. So if remainder is not 0, then it will not be a factor. Based on this, we are going to solve one problem here. Examine whether x plus 2 is a factor of x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6 and 2x plus 4. The 0 of x plus 2 is become minus 2 only because of if you substitute minus 2, x plus 2 value becomes 0. Minus 2 plus 2 it's equal to 0. Let p of x is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6. Let us consider this called s of x 2x plus 4. Now p of x is equal to, now we are substituting the value minus 2 here. So minus 2 whole cube plus 3 into minus 2 whole square plus 5 into minus 2 plus 6. Minus 2 whole cube means minus 8. Minus 2 whole square is equal to 4, 4 3s are 12. Again here plus into minus is equal to minus, 5 2s are 10 plus 6. So just understand this, minus 8 minus 10 minus 18, 12 plus 6 is equal to 18, minus 18 plus 18 is equal to 0. So p of x becomes 0 when x is equal to minus 2. This shows it's a factor. Now s of minus 2 is equal to, again we are substituting the value of x is equal to minus 2 in s form. S of minus 2 is equal to 2 into minus 2 plus 4. Here 2 into minus 2 becomes minus 4 and plus 4, the answer is 0. In both the cases the answer is 0. This shows that x plus 2 is a factor of x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6 and 2x plus 4. Children, now you are able to understand the factorization of a polynomial. How you are going to get 0? So you just check yourself whether the factor or not. Now it's a time for homework questions. Exercise number 4.4, factorization of polynomials. So you have to check x minus 3 is a factor of x cube minus 4x square plus x plus 6. Please note down. So these questions will be homework for you. So far you have learnt in this chapter what we call zeros of the polynomial, and also we have learned dividing polynomial by monomial in a regular division process, and also remainder theorem, so factorization theorem. So finally we got exercise problems and solutions we have solved. So far you have learned polynomials. So dear children, I hope you understood all these things. See you in the next class. Thank you so much.